Queen has spoken of the need for unity in Europe in a speech to German and UK leaders. The UK monarch, who was at a state banquet in Berlin as part of a 4-day visit to Germany, said that division in Europe is dangerous. Her speech was made in the presence of German Chancellor Angela Merkel and Prime Minister David Cameron, who wants to reform the UK's EU membership. Buckingham Palace stressed the comments were not about Mr. Cameron's EU aims. Ms. Merkel and Mr. Cameron earlier met for talks ahead of an EU summit in Brussels. The Queen, who as head of state remains politically neutral, told the banquet in Belvedere Palace, the official residence of Germany's President Joachim Gauck, "In our lives, we have seen the worst but also the best of our continent. We have witnessed how quickly things can change for the better. But we know that we must work hard to maintain the benefits of the post-war world. We know that division in Europe is dangerous and that we must guard against it in the West, as well as in the East, of our continent. That remains a common endeavor." Later a Buckingham Palace aide said, "This is not about the EU. The Queen is apolitical. She would never make a political point." The aide said the Queen had been referring to risks of wider differences dividing the continent. Mr. Gauck said in his banquet speech that the EU needed the UK and it would support a constructive dialogue on the reforms Mr. Cameron wanted. He said the EU was facing major challenges and that an effective European Union was based on a stable foundation of shared values. A constructive dialogue on the reforms Britain wants to see is therefore essential, he said. As a good partner, Germany will support this dialogue. For Britain is part of Europe. The European Union needs Britain. A united Europe, a strong European Union, represents stability, peace and freedom, for us all. Mr. Cameron has said he wants to reform the UK's membership of the EU before holding an in-out referendum in 2017.